Meet Nate.
Because we have to remember, we're guests here.
Yep.
And Karen. I first connected with them on this Facebook page, San Miguel Newcomers and Expats, and they invited us up to come to their home in the Allende neighborhood in San Miguel, just up the hill from the Goose.
There's a hotel over here, or it says it's a hotel, with this enormous goose on the top of it. And there's a number of stories, but the main one that I've heard is that the man who owned the building wanted a permit for some type of a nightclub that the city wouldn't give him. So he decided he would build something that the city might not like, but was within code, so they couldn't stop him. Hence, the goose.
You're watching Wild Retirement. What do we mean by wild retirement? Well, think of it like this. WILD is an acronym and it stands for What I Love Doing. These are stories about people at a particular stage in their lives who've made a decision to do what they love doing.
This is exactly what I live for, yes.
I call it living the wild life. For decades, I've been obsessed with the expat experience. What would it be like to live in a foreign country? So I decided to come down to Mexico to see for myself. Who are you, lady?
I'm your wife. I'm with you on the ride, baby.
How long you guys been here?
We moved down here at the end of September, and we're planning to stay here for about a year and kind of see how it goes.
Why did you move here?
A lot of things were lining up for us that we were ready to make a change. Things with work, kind of wrapping up some large projects. I was an attorney for the Florida state court system. We did a lot of training for judges and court staff.
I worked at the Early Learning Coalition of the Big Bend, a local agency that works with the state of Florida to administer the child care development block grant for low-income families.
We lived in Tallahassee. It's a beautiful town, but it's so hot there in the summers and for a lot of the year. San Miguel's more temperate. It's more like springtime almost all year round here. And we thought, this is just an opportunity for us to give it a try and do it while we still had the opportunity to do that. A lot of people retire here, and if you've been walking around already, this is a tough city. It's a lot of cobblestones, a lot of hills, and we're like, why don't we do this while we still, can, and see if it would be good for us long term.
I think we're seeking a simpler lifestyle, getting off the work and keeping up with the Joneses treadmill, and just simplifying our lives.
We don't have a car here, so we're walking everywhere. We take taxis, buses, and Ubers if we need them, but I haven't spent $50 a month yet on transportation.
So Jules, could you live in a place like this?
Might be able to.
It's little.
It is little. It's cozy.
It's a very modern place. It's not what we were looking for when we came down to San Miguel. I mean, it's a lot of Spanish colonial architecture here. That's what everybody's interested in. And so were we. This was what was available when we came in July to look for a place. It was in our price range, kind of in an area that was decent for us, close to town, close to the big supermarket, but it has a really nice water treatment system on the roof. So everything in the house is good and usable water. So that's a huge thing down here. And I tell you, I spend 100% more time watching the sun go down here on the roof of the house than I ever did back home. We certainly wanted to rent here at first, but because we've got 2 cats, that limits the pool of available renters. People don't always want to have pets in their rentals, so we did get a year lease.
What is the rent, if you don't mind me asking?
The house, the monthly rental at this place is $1,000.
Right here, you are in the living room. This is the bedroom on the left, and here is the bathroom area. And this is it, home sweet home.
Are you awakened by roosters every morning?
There is the 3 o'clock rooster, the 6 o'clock rooster, the 7 o'clock roosters, there's the roof dogs.
There are definitely things here. If you came here with the attitude that, it's going to be just like the States, you're going to get frustrated real fast. Like, traffic is slow, but I don't drive, so I walk. That's how I deal with that.
Oh, there's our local bus.
Yeah, he's turning around there?
Yeah, he's turning around to start back on the other way.
What's the bus fare?
8 pesos.
We just passed Daniel's house. He's a guy from Mexico City. He rents some rooms in the yellow and blue house over there. Esther lives here with her family and brother-in-law, Raphael. She's super nice. We met her on the bus one day. She told us about the Tuesday market and a few things about the neighborhood. So, people are very welcoming. We do our best with Spanish. We're still learning, but it's their neighbors, and I'm really happy to know some of the folks in the neighborhood.
If life is a dance, what dance are you doing?
We're not much for dancing, actually. It's a terrible question for me and Karen.
No dancing.
We're heading over to our closest tienda.
It's the local little corner store. You got guavas, fresh tomatoes, apples, tomatillos, and this is Senor Francisco.
Hola!
So if I run out of something, I can come down here real quick and pick it up.
Is it lonely ever?
No, I don't think it's lonely.
It's so much more social here. Like, our social calendar is really booked here because everybody who's at least an expat coming here, you are in that same group. You have a thing in common, and we're all trying to help each other. People who've been here a year can say, oh, this is a great part of town that you guys should look at, or these are new restaurants that you should go to. People are very friendly. They're very open, and the expat community has really done a lot to develop San Miguel for not just themselves, but for the community. Expats developed the first hospice program here. They've done a lot for redeveloping parts of town. They do give back. There are a lot of volunteer opportunities here. The creation of a school for children with disabilities was started by expats here. So there's a lot of those things, and we're starting to get involved in some of that too. It's another great way to meet people.
What's it like as a couple then?
We're spending more time together.
That was another reason to come. It's that, you kind of pass each other in the night. She's going to work, I'm going to work, we come home, we're both tired, we maybe have something to eat, and you go to bed and you start all over again. Here, we get up and we're doing things together.
Would you say this decision to move here was more led by the heart or the head?
Both.
Yeah, okay.
It was a hard decision, but it was well thought through before doing it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
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 Let's go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.